Can a simple feeling truly reshape the architecture of your brain, for better or worse? This question strikes at the heart of an intriguing paradox that has captivated scientists and philosophers alike. Why do some people who practice gratitude experience lasting improvements in happiness, health, and resilience, while others seem untouched by the same practice? Recent neuroscientific research has begun to unravel this mystery with surprising clarity. In a groundbreaking experiment, researchers scanned the brains of individuals who kept daily gratitude journals, discovering real, measurable growth in regions associated with empathy, mood regulation, and even memory. These changes weren't fleeting. They suggested that gratitude can physically rewire neural circuits, strengthening pathways that support emotional well-being and cognitive function. Yet, gratitude itself often feels like a soft, intangible habita, simple emotional practice, rather than a biological intervention. How can something so subtle produce such hardwired neurological effects? The answer to this paradox lies at the crossroads of ancient biology, modern psychology, and cutting-edge brain science, inviting us to explore how a single emotion can transform the very fabric of our minds. Gratitude is far more than a simple virtue or a polite social custom. It is a biological process deeply embedded in human evolution and culture. Across millennia, gratitude has been expressed in diverse ways, from ancient hunter-gatherer rituals, where giving thanks to the land and community ensured survival, to religious teachings spanning continents that extol gratitude as a pathway to spiritual well-being. These cultural practices reflect a universal recognition of gratitude's power to bind individuals together. Neuroscience now reveals that this ancient practice engages specific brain systems critical to emotion and reward. When you feel gratitude, the brain's reward circuits, particularly dopamine release in the ventral striatum, light up, reinforcing positive feelings and motivation. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for reflection and perspective, collaborates with the limbic system, the emotional center, to integrate gratitude into complex social emotions. This neural activation fosters social bonding, trust, and cooperation, strengthening the very networks that early humans depended on for survival. Evolutionary psychology suggests that gratitude evolved as a mechanism to maintain mutual aid and cooperation within small groups, increasing chances of survival in harsh environments. Expressing gratitude signaled reliability and reciprocity, cementing alliances that were essential in a world where human interdependence was a matter of life and death. Fast forward to today, and gratitude has found renewed importance within positive psychology, a field dedicated to studying human flourishing. Gratitude interventions are increasingly prescribed as effective tools to combat mental health challenges such as depression, anxiety, stress, and even chronic pain. In our fast-paced, highly individualistic modern societies, gratitude might be more critical than ever as a key to resilience and social harmony. Yet beneath this hopeful narrative lies a complex scientific reality. Gratitude's effects on the brain and behavior are influenced by numerous factors, and its transformative power may depend on how, why, and in what context it is practiced. This complexity invites deeper exploration into the biology and psychology of gratitude in the modern world. Recent research into gratitude's effects on the brain reveals a nuanced and sometimes contradictory picture. Gratitude is not an automatic key to happiness, but a complex psychological and biological process deeply influenced by context and individual differences. While many studies highlight the powerful benefits of gratitude practice, showing improvements in mood, social connection, and even physical health, others report minimal effects or even negative outcomes when gratitude is encouraged inappropriately or feels forced. This introduces a dilemma. Gratitude when experienced in certain social or psychological contexts, can backfire, triggering feelings of indebtedness, vulnerability, or social anxiety rather than joy or connection. Neurobiologically, the same. Brain areas involved in gratitude, the prefrontal cortex, ventral striatum, and limbic region scan, respond very differently depending on the situation. For example, gratitude expressed within unequal or coercive relationships may activate stress circuits, highlighting the emotional complexity beneath the surface of what seems like a simple emotion. Adding another layer of complexity, genetic and epigenetic research suggests that individuals may vary in their innate responsiveness to gratitude. Some brains might be more biologically wired to benefit from gratitude practices, with variations in neural plasticity, hormone regulation, or stress reactivity shaping these differences. This raises important ethical questions. Should gratitude be promoted universally as a simple cure-all, or should its encouragement be tailored carefully, taking into account a person's history, cultural background, and psychological state? The growing understanding that gratitude is not one-size-fits-all challenges well-intentioned interventions and invites a more sensitive, individualized approach to cultivating this powerful but intricate human experience. Gratitude forces us to confront deep assumptions about emotion, free will, and the brain's remarkable plasticity, revealing tensions that stretch across history, culture, and modern society. Throughout time, different cultures have placed varying emphasis on gratitude, weaving it into rituals, moral codes, and social obligations in ways that reflect their values and social hierarchies. In some societies, gratitude is an expression of humility and reciprocity within relatively equal relationships. In others, it is tied to deference and acceptance of power imbalances, where expressing gratitude can reinforce social stratification rather than genuine connection. Social neuroscience shows that gratitude profoundly shapes group dynamics, strengthening bonds and cooperation, yet it can also be wielded to uphold authority or obligation, highlighting its dual nature as both a unifying force and a tool of social control. In today's hyper-connected world, gratitude's meaning is further complicated by social media culture. Platforms designed for comparison often distort gratitude into performative displays, posts, and hashtags that can mask true appreciation beneath social pressure or competition. This environment raises psychological conflicts between gratitude and entitlement, or between sincere feelings and social performativity. Genuine gratitude requires introspection and vulnerability, yet the digital age encourages quick, surface-level interactions that may dilute its transformative potential. Against this backdrop, widespread misinformation and pop psychology oversimplifications present gratitude as a panacea for mental health or happiness, ignoring the complexity of its biological, psychological, and social underpinnings. Such reductionism risks trivializing an emotion that demands nuanced reflection and contextual understanding. These layered complexities provoke a profound tension at the heart of gratitude's nature. Is it a biological imperative hardwired into our brains to foster survival and social cohesion, or is it a malleable social construct shaped by culture, power, and choice? This question challenges us to rethink not only how gratitude functions in the brain, but how it is cultivated, experienced, and valued across diverse contexts, revealing gratitude as both an ancient evolutionary tool and a deeply human, ever-evolving social phenomenon. The most striking revelation about gratitude is that while it has the power to rewire your brain, the nature of that rewiring depends fundamentally on the meaning you assign to the experience. Thanks to the brain's remarkable plasticity, gratitude's neurological effects are not fixed or uniform. They vary dramatically based on how you perceive and engage with it, whether as a source of personal empowerment, a bridge to deepen relationships, or, in some cases, as a burden rooted in obligation or coercion. Groundbreaking neuroimaging studies have illuminated this complexity, showing that gratitude activates different neural circuits depending on the context and intention behind it. When experienced as genuine appreciation and connection, gratitude engages reward pathways and social cognition networks that foster well-being and prosocial behavior. But when gratitude feels forced, unequal, or transactional, it can stimulate areas associated with stress, social anxiety, or conflict monitoring. This paradox that gratitude can either liberate or bind you reveals the crucial role of narrative and mindset in shaping brain plasticity. Gratitude is not inherently good or bad. Its transformative potential is entwined with the stories we tell ourselves about why and how we practice it. For therapists and mental health practitioners, this means gratitude interventions cannot be one-size-fits-all prescriptions. Instead, gratitude must be personalized, practiced mindfully, and embedded within a broader emotional and relational framework that honors individual histories, cultural backgrounds, and current realities. Only then can its neural benefits be fully realized without unintended consequences. Ultimately, the profound realization emerges that gratitude is not merely a feeling or a habit, but a dynamic, ongoing dialogue, dance between brain, body, and social world. It is a living process that rewires neural circuits while simultaneously reflecting and shaping our deepest beliefs, relationships, and social contexts. This insight challenges us to approach gratitude not as a simple tool, but as a complex, evolving practice that calls for awareness, compassion, and thoughtful engagement at every level of our being. Contemporary science paints a compelling yet nuanced picture of gratitude's power and its boundaries, offering vital insights into how we might cultivate it with wisdom and care. Research confirms that gratitude can indeed build and strengthen neural pathways associated with improved mood, enhanced empathy, and greater resilience, but these benefits hinge critically on the authenticity of the practice and the presence of psychological safety. Gratitude, experienced as genuine and freely chosen, activates reward circuits and supports emotional well-being, while forced or superficial expressions may fail to engage the brain's deeper systems or even provoke stress. Emotional regulation and mindfulness emerge as essential companions to gratitude, helping individuals cultivate presence and self-awareness that deepen the practice's impact. Emerging studies reveal that gratitude's influence extends beyond the brain, contributing to physical health by reducing inflammation, enhancing sleep quality, and supporting cardiovascular function. These findings link gratitude to fundamental physiological processes, underscoring its role in holistic well-being. Socially, gratitude plays a crucial part in repairing strained relationships, fostering community bonds, and even advancing social justice by promoting empathy and mutual understanding. In a world often marked by fragmentation and isolation, gratitude offers a hopeful pathway toward healing and connection, inviting us to cultivate not only self-awareness, but also compassionate engagement with others. Ultimately, gratitude reshapes the brain not through magic or simplistic formulas, but because it taps into fundamental biological systems and deep social needs embedded in our evolution. It bridges the inner and outer world's mind, body, and community, creating a dynamic interplay that nurtures growth, repair, and resilience. Recognizing both its power and its limits allows us to approach gratitude with humility and intention, embracing it as a vital but complex practice that honors the full spectrum of human experience. Gratitude is far more than a fleeting emotion. It is a profound conversation, delicate dialogue between your brain, your heart, and the world that surrounds you. It is a language your brain learns to speak, a biological code capable of rewiring the very fabric of how you perceive yourself. and others. Through this evolving language, gratitude shapes neural pathways, not merely by counting blessings or ticking off positives, but by opening a sacred space for presence, vulnerability, and shared humanity to flourish. It invites you to step beyond self-centered narratives and into the rich tapestry of connection that binds us all. What if gratitude, at its core, is not about the quantity of good things you acknowledge, but about the quality of awareness you cultivate, a gentle unfolding into the fullness of experience, embracing imperfections and uncertainties alike. This perspective challenges us to rethink gratitude as a dynamic practice of attentiveness, a way to deepen our understanding of what it means to be human, vulnerable, and interconnected. It is through this tender openness that gratitude rewires our brains, forging new stories that shape our identity and relationships in profound ways. So, if gratitude rewires your brain, what stories might you choose to tell yourself and other stories of abundance, resilience, forgiveness, or hope that can nurture that wiring and transform your lived experience? And as you ponder this, a gentle invitation arises. What might happen if you listened closely, with patient curiosity, to the quiet language of gratitude within you? In that stillness, you may discover a wellspring of connection and healing, a subtle but powerful force that speaks not just to your mind, but to the very essence of your being.